Do you ever wonder why money feels hard, inconsistent, or emotionally charged? It could be that your current relationship with money was programmed a long time ago, even before you had a bank account. In today's episode of the Generational Rhodium, we're going to uncover how childhood shaped your financial blueprint and how you can rewrite it through healing and sovereignty. Great awakening, amazing people. I am Jasmine D. Thank you so much for joining the Generational Rhodium. It is the media and healing branch of HWPLP. HWPLP stands for Health, Wealth, Prosperity, Love, and Peace. We are a movement-driven investment firm committed to building generational wealth through healing, collective economics, real estate, and venture capital. We empower individuals to heal financially, build wealth strategically, and cultivate thriving communities rooted in love and peace. Our mission is to merge economic growth and community development with holistic well-being to ensure that wealth isn't something that is just created, but it is sustained for generations. Please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure to visit our website, HWPLP.com, to learn more about the movement and to join our mailing list so you don't miss out. This episode ties to our weekly newsletter entitled Healing Before Hustling, Why Inner Work Fuels Financial Freedom. Now let's get into this. Let's talk about the financial blueprint. This is your subconscious money script. It is shaped by your childhood experience, your cultural conditioning, and family patterns. Say, for instance, you grew up in situations where family members would say, money doesn't grow on trees. You got to work hard to get it. It doesn't just come to you. You got some McDonald's money? Or if you just watched your family and your caregivers just stress about bills all the time, that may have programmed scarcity and also made you think that overworking was normal and that was how you would reach financial freedom. Now let's take a moment to connect 3 core childhood wounds to the way money shows up to you as an adult right now. Rejection. Rejection is fear of charging your worth and being seen. You don't want to charge what you're worth. You don't want to ask what you're worth because they will see you, they will know you, and they will critique you. Abandonment, number 2. You have money anxiety. You have attachment to survival, that fight or flight. The third one is perfectionism. A perfectionist is usually a result of having to prove yourself. You're chronically overworking. You have a fear of failure, and you have the belief that you're not enough. A financial blueprint is an invisible script running your money story. And until you rewrite it and write it in a way that it works for you, those patterns will continue. It's a vicious cycle. I want you to remember that you are not your parents' struggles. You are the healer of that lineage. You are the one that is going to break that pattern. You're going to be thankful for the family that has come before you and taught you many magnificent things. But the things that don't serve you, you let them go and release them and allow yourself to be free from them. Because you were born abundant. It was just programming that you receive that told you otherwise. For many of us, the first time we tried to charge more or allow support or simply receive with ease, it triggered old childhood wounds. Maybe you felt guilt or fear or the pressure to prove yourself whenever money came into play. But with awareness and compassion for ourselves, we can move through it. Let's say, for instance, The moment you're receiving felt unsafe. Have you ever noticed how that moment things start to feel uneasy? A part of you starts to get uncomfortable. Maybe you finally raised your prices, which is great. You asked for that raise. You deserve it. Or someone offers you some help or an opportunity to show up that didn't require struggle. And instead of celebrating, you started to feel guilty. The moment right there is often where the wounds live. Many of us grew up in homes where love and approval were earned through doing. You helped more. You achieved more. You worked harder just to feel safe and seen or valued. So when ease finally showed up in your life, your new nervous system said, oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. It doesn't work this way. It has to be something else. And that's all wrong. That wasn't your intuition speaking to you. That's your ego. Your ego and the conditioning that you received as a child that was passed down to you. That is not your truth. When charging more or asking for a raise is a trigger, when receiving help feels like a weakness, when slowing down brings anxiety, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's because your body still associates that with the risk. It still associates that with the trauma that you experienced as a child. We learn to equate effort with worth, peace with punishment. But here's the shift. Receiving isn't selfish. Ease isn't laziness. Support isn't dependent. They are all sacred acts of balance. We all need balance. We were brought into this experience to have balance. When you allow support, you teach your nervous system that it is safe, that it is okay, that you are worthy, that you are powerful, that you can receive without guilt. And the moment these lessons start to integrate into your psyche, integrate into your nervous system, you begin to knock down those walls. You knock down those walls and you align with your true self. And everyone will see it. It will be a vibration that is felt by others because you are living in your truth. Now, if you would take a moment and indulge me, I would like for us to connect with our inner child. Just a very quick mindful breathing, but this one specifically, we're going to focus on speaking to that inner child. As you do this breathing, which is going to be a 4-4-8. That's an inhale 4, hold for 4, and then you let out nice and slow. As you go into this, go back to that 6 or 7-year-old self, because those are the primitive years where you're creating your life. You create your future during those times. That's the time where everything starts to set in and that becomes your reality. I want you to take a moment, go back, visualize yourself standing as your adult self in front of your 7-year-old self and looking in its face, her or his, and holding the hands. While we do this 4-4-8 counts, I'm going to say some affirmations. On the inhale, I would say, I am safe now. On the hold, I am supported. And on the exhale, the long exhale, I am free to receive. Let's go ahead. Inhale, I am safe now. Hold, I am supported. Exhale, nice and slow. I am free to receive. Inhale, I am safe now. Hold. I am supported. Exhale, nice and slow. I am free to receive. Last time. Inhale. I am safe right now. Hold. I am supported. Exhale, nice and slow. I am free to receive. Hold. As you open your eyes and you allow yourself to feel those feelings of hearing those words, of saying those words through your third eye as you're in that breathing, how do you feel? Were you telling your 7-year-old self that you were safe? Were you telling your 7-year-old self that you were supported? Because that is how you heal. You heal that. You release that. What was your first memory about money? Was it positive? Was it from a place of lack, scarcity? It's time to heal that. It's time to begin to reclaim that power and redevelop, redesign your financial blueprint. Scarcity trauma, it doesn't just stay in the past. It shows up in all of our adult money habits. I'm going to give some childhood roots that you may have or may not experience, but some of them will resonate. For instance, if you're a person who hoards money, overspends, that might be because you grew up in instability, times where it was no clothes, no school clothes, new school clothes, or no lights, or no food. Maybe you moved a lot. Parents lost their jobs a lot. That made your nervous system swing from left to right, to left to right, to back to front. That instability created that need to hoard money or to spend a lot. Fast or famine. Next, do you have a fear of investing in yourself? Some of us don't invest in ourselves because maybe when we were growing up, if we needed something, family member would say, oh, we can't afford it. Oh, we don't have any money to get that. Oh, you want to play a sport? We can't afford for you to play the sport. So that leads you to growing up and feeling like maybe I shouldn't invest in myself as you get older because you have a mindset that you can't afford it. Next can be undercharging or not asking for help. A lot of us as children were praised when we were strong, praised when we gave unconditionally, but we were shamed for asking for too much. So we're strong, that's why we undercharge. We're strong, that's why we don't ask for help. That's not a weakness. That's our truth. You deserve it. Everyone needs help. And everyone needs praise. Not just for being strong, but for also being vulnerable. Another one is overworking to deserve the compensation. That might have been because love or praise was conditional in your household. You had to earn it. You earned those grades. You earned money from chores. You earned achievements. It wasn't just something that you experienced. It was something you had to earn in order to be praised. Not just because you're magnificent, You had to be praised, but it has to be something tangible for you to be praised. Maybe you experienced cycles of debt. You grew up, everything was so unexpected. Financial cycles would be up and down, up and down, up and down. So it led you to feeling like you need to spend really fast, and it's okay for you not to have things for long periods of time as well. But here's the truth. Childhood is where the financial nervous system gets programmed. Adult money patterns are not just reactive. Early emotion lessons led us to those experiences, led us to those beliefs, led us to programming our subconscious. Healing comes when we recognize the root, we reprogram that inner child, and we rewire our financial blueprint. Some tools to heal. One very powerful tool is journaling to your 7-year-old self. When you're journaling and writing to your 7-year-old self about money, tell them that they're safe. Tell them that they're supported. Tell them that they're worthy. Tell them that money is abundant. Get rid of that scarcity mindset right off. If you think, therefore it is. The second one is ancestral repair. Create your altars. Practice forgiveness. Practice gratitude. Give thanks to your ancestors for paving the way for you. Give thanks for your ancestors for having to go through that scarcity. And then thank them and release it. You don't have to hold it. They don't want you to hold it. That's why they're working for you. That's why they are here for you, even though they're not in this realm. Lovingly release it. They have. The last one is a wealth rehearsal. Visualize yourself with money flowing to you unconditionally, abundantly. It is yours. It is free. It is purposely growing and flowing. And as you desire, it appears. Feel a calm confidence in that. Let that grow in you. Let that be your truth. And that is how you can shift it. That is how we change the paradigm for our financial blueprint. You are not broken. You are beautifully becoming who you are, remembering. And the moment you stop fighting the story, fighting the journey you've been on, and allowing yourself to love every moment and every part of that journey, to allow you to know that you need to rewrite it, need to realign it, so that it can take you on your correct path, that is the moment that you are truly healing. As we close with the HWPLP affirmation, I appreciate if you say it with me. Heal your mind, body, and soul. Build the wealth that is your birthright. Love unconditionally and live in a state of peace. And so it is, so I am, and so it be. I am Jasmine D with HWPLP, and I'm so thankful for you joining us today for this Generational Rhodium. I really look forward to seeing you next time. Peace, love, and light. Thank you.